Day 4 of Packers training camp. It's hot, and sometimes when it's hot, tempers flare. Chris, I'm almost ready to push you off the back of this right here. So not surprising to see some of the guys scuffling.
I'm surprised you haven't done that already. You've had your chances. The offense and defensive lines have been going head-to-head in practice, and today Brian Bulaga got a little handsy to the face on Dean Lowry, and because of that, Mike Daniels took exception to it, and he kind of came after him, and he made sure that Bulaga knew that you can't do that, keep your hands down. But when we talked to Bulaga in the locker room afterwards, and he kind of agrees with us, is that it's a good thing. It's okay to have some of that internal competition and some of those guys jawing at each other. If anything, it just shows the compete level is high, and that's what coaches want to see this time of year.
I believe the term for that is spirited competition.
Spirited,
one of the things that I thought was great, though, was Dean Lowry talking about how nice it is for Mike Daniels to be the kind of guy that has your back. As far as people that you want on your side, Mike Daniels probably pretty high on that list.
Definitely a good guy to have in your corner. And again, once the season starts, it's a good sign when you know that the guys on the other team are going to be coming your way. You want guys like that in your corner, and it gives you confidence. It gives a guy like Dean Lowry, who's a little bit younger and less experienced, than a veteran like Daniels, some real confidence, and I think you could see that, like he said today.
One of the other things that has been on everybody's mind since even before the end of last season has been the secondary. We got a chance to talk to Devon House today, got a chance to talk to Kevin King. Any big takeaways from you for those two guys?
I think it's just a building process. Nothing in particular today, except that, the train keeps trucking along. All those new guys are meshing well. Josh Jones, we've talked about him a number of times. He's made a real impact, and Kevin King as well. Both the top 2 draft picks this year really meshing, and both of them are getting reps in the first line of defensive drills. So what does that tell me? It tells me that these are guys that are going to be playmakers. These are guys that are going to be called upon in their rookie year to make an impact. And I think it does a couple things. One, it gives them confidence to play up on that level. And two, it puts pressure on the veterans to know you got young guys who are hungry and looking to take your spot. So internal competition is good. It makes everybody better. And I think you're seeing that in camp so far.
And we've seen this before with the Packers. They do like to, when they have a young guy they think can add to what the defense is doing, they get him out there. We saw it with Demarius Randall in his first year. He's a guy that actually is looking much healthier this year than he did at the end of last year, and he's a guy that will hopefully have an impact. But we're going to see that with both Jones, I think, and King. They're expected to do things for this team, whether it's right away or even just a couple games in. We're going to see plays from those two.
Well, look, if you took the Packers playbook and tried to translate it into, let's say, Madden, it'd blow up the system. There's too many plays. There's too many schemes. There's too many sets. So because you have so many different scenarios, you need so many guys who are so good in so many special, positions. And I think that what you got is versatility from these guys. They can play in different packages. And that's really what McCarthy was talking about before the draft. He wanted guys that were versatile, that could play different spots. Jones, we've already seen him playing in that hybrid role that we saw a little bit from Morgan Burnett, playing up kind of in that linebacker slash, middle secondary role. And King, I don't know if they can use him outside of just that corner role as well, but that's what it's about right now. It's about finding guys that, if I put you here, you're going to work, and if I put you there, you're going to work. You're putty-like. However I mold you is how you will be.
Well, we did hear last week when somebody was trying to get Josh Jones to specifically identify what position he is, and his only response over and over and over and over again was, I'm a football player.
He's a football player.
Well, what I can tell you, folks, is it seems like, at least early on, the Packers have a lot of football players, and that's got to be a good sign for the season. From Ray Nitschke Field with Chris Barrier, I'm Charlie Sakaitis, keeping you connected for NBC 26.